Welcome to this episode of In the Frame. Back here at Project Outlook, and we have the scaffold going in. So today I'm going to tell you all about scaffolding and why it is important for your project. So you as a self-builder, what do you need to know about scaffolding? It's probably an element that not too much thought is given to, but what you have to remember is the scaffolding is the safe working platform of what all operations above ground normally work from. So for us, as Oakwrights, an oak framing company, we have the installation of the oak frame, installation of our high performance panel system, the floors, first floor, installation of the roof panels, and then the installation of the slate and tiles on top. So that's what we need. Now, I've mentioned the Self-Builder's Bible before, or the House Builder's Bible, should I say, and on page 85, you have all about scaffolding. We'll give you a general guidance for scaffolding, but I'll tell you a little bit more detail of what we need and what we will do for you. As Oakwrights, we will make a drawing, carry out a drawing of all the scaffolding that's required for the project. On that drawing will be the distance from the face of the building back to where we need to work. There will also be the levels, the lifts that we need, and the set-offs for the scaffolding all the way around the building. And we'll carry out a drawing and send that out to the scaffolding companies. If you are building the house as a self-builder, you're running the project managing, we would supply that drawing to you so that you know what you need. So now I'll just explain some of the parts of the scaffolding to you. We have the standards of the uprights, we have the ledges running horizontally, and here we have the transoms running back in to the building or away from the building there. For Oakwrights, what we've got is 3 boards on the outside of the standard, and those 3 boards have an extender, so it's an adjustable extender. Initially, we've got all 3 boards because we will be bringing the oak posts inside. These big pads here, the oak posts will go onto there. Once we've got the oak frame erected, we'll then move the extender back in, take a board off. Our panel system will come in, so it gives us space for the panel system to go in. Once the panel system is in, we'll then move the extender back in again, and then we'll have the space to build our stonework, brickwork, weatherboarding, whatever else we're doing on the outside of the building. As a self-builder, what is going to be important to you? Well, really, it is the sequencing of the project of when do you need to bring the scaffolding in. So when you're looking at your program, you've got your foundations, your slab go in. Well, the next thing you really need then is the scaffolding to carry on raising the building from the ground upwards. So timing, how long does it take to actually put the scaffolding up? Well, from when the chaps arrive on site, we've got here a sort of a 3,000 square foot house, and we'll be a week here. They started on Monday, we're now Wednesday. This will be finished by Friday afternoon. We'll be coming in on Monday to erect the oak frame. So the project manager will be talking to the scaffolding company about the lead-in time they need from the point of order to arrival on site, and then how long it takes on site to erect the scaffolding. The buildings that we build are quite complicated. So what you have to think about there is you don't just erect the scaffolding and that's it. It's in, it's up and doesn't need to be touched. There will be adaptations and there will be a length of time you need the scaffolding for. So regarding adaptations, as we erect the frame, there may be adaptations we need. We might need to come in and put a sunroom in, so we erect the main frame, scaffolding runs around, we do the main roof, and then we need to adapt it to allow for the sunroom to go on. It may be that we have a porch that needs to go on afterwards, or there'll be different things that happen along the way where we'll need to call the scaffolding company back to carry out adaptations. So we would normally allow for between 4 and 6 adaptations onto the scaffolding within our price that we gain from the scaffolding company. Once the scaffolding has all been erected, I've moved across here to the garage to show you because the main house is still under construction, but we will have a scaffold safe tag put onto the scaffolding, normally close to the main ladder leading up onto the scaffolding, and this is to show what weight limit there is on the scaffolding and that the scaffolding has been checked. If we have an adaptation carried out to the scaffold, as I've mentioned, that would be adjusted, be rechecked, and that should be checked once every week by a competent trained scaffolder to make sure that the scaffolding is all still meeting the regulations. Because if we look, we've got toe boards to be checked, handrails to be checked, generally that all the boards are there for the safe walking and manoeuvring around the scaffold, and that all reflects back to the scaffold safe tag that will go onto the scaffolding. I hope you've enjoyed this episode where we've been talking about scaffolding for your self-build project. So please remember, like, subscribe, leave us a comment, and we will answer your questions, and I will see you on the next episode of In the Frame.